My husband set up this little potting table for me in the garage. It's actually a camping table that we had when we were living full-time in our RV, but it is really perfect for a potting table. Hey guys, so I'm in the garage, I'm at my potting table, and what I'm going to work on are microgreens. I have never grown microgreens before, but YouTube can be very inspiring and very addicting, and we were watching a video on Fit Farmer the other day, and we saw how he grew his microgreens and how easy it was and how it doesn't require much space. I really thought, my goodness, I wish I had known how to do that when we were in the apartment, because it really would have, I don't know, we really would have enjoyed it when we didn't have a yard to grow anything in. So, over at the Fit Farmer, he said that he used, I believe it's Todd seeds, and so I decided to use his recommendation, and it's Todd seeds, and we ended up buying broccoli sprout seeds, and we bought China Rose radish heirloom seed, and we ended up spending, the price is in here, but I think it was about $15, give or take, and then shipping, of course. But these should last us a long time. Now I know on the Fit Farmer or Farmer Fit, Farmer Fit, I'll put the link in the description because I'm probably slaughtering that, and I do apologize. He used the trays from Bootstrap Farmer, which looked really awesome, but I decided to go the less expensive route, and now I'm kind of wishing I hadn't, because these are the ones that I ordered off of Amazon. And they are probably half, if not maybe a third of the size that he had. But I don't know that my children are going to eat the microgreens. I think that my husband and I will, probably on sandwiches and salad and that kind of thing. So we're probably not going to go through them that quickly. But also I figured I could feed them to my chickens. They're very, very nutritious. So I'm excited to get started. Obviously, all this is brand new to me. I am just going to use some regular potting soil. We'll see how it goes. If it goes well, I'll continue to use potting soil. If it doesn't, I'll switch it up and use something different. Here's my tray. It has holes in it. He might wish that he didn't put this in here for me because I'm pretty messy. You just need a little bit of dirt in the bottom from what I understand. That may actually be too much, but I'm going to go with it. I think I'm going to try the broccoli first. I probably should have opened this first. I put my tray with my sprouts or my seeds into this pan. Since this is a slotted pan, and when I water it, I don't want all the water to run out all over the place. And I'm just going to wet this down pretty liberally. And then the step that seems the most odd to me is you're actually going to put this tray on top of the other. Whoop! I almost lost my camera. And then you're going to place something heavy in it like a brick. That obviously is not going to work. I'm going to have to go out in the yard and find a brick. So I got a brick. It still is kind of big for this, but that'll work. So what I'll do is I'll shoot this in a couple of days. 2 to 4 days, the sprouts are actually supposed to start sprouting out the sides and actually lifting this up. Which, like I said, this is, to me, the oddest step. I guess this lid is kind of acting like the earth would be on top of the seed, and the seed is made to come up. So I'm going to actually bring this inside into the house where the windows are, because the humidity, I'm not really sure what the humidity is supposed to be, but the temperature is supposed to be 65, 75 degrees, and it's much hotter out here than that. So we'll see how this spot does inside the house. Gets lots of sun. It's right near the window. Temperature controlled, so we'll see how it does here. My next line of business today, I am going to put some manure and eggshells and mulch around some of my plants just to give them some extra calcium and hopefully some fertilization. I've just got this organic humus and manure that I'm going to put on them, and then I have been saving my eggshells. I saw one of my tomatoes looks like it has some rot on the bottom, so I know that can be a sign of calcium deficiency, so I'm going to go work on that. This is the tomato I was talking about. I noticed before that it had a dark spot on the bottom, but this tomato plant doesn't look the greatest anyways. Its leaves are curled in. I've heard that that's a sign of kind of distress of the plant. I don't know. I know that it was really, really hot here. And even though we watered every day, everything was still very, very dry. And so I don't know if it's just suffered because of that. Now we've had like a week of rain, so I'm hoping things will be better. But I can't imagine that adding this stuff is going to hurt anything, so that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if actually adding it on top of the dirt is going to have that much of an effect. I don't know that it could actually hurt anything, and plus eggshells will keep some pests away because it can kill the exoskeleton of some insects. I probably should have this ground up into powder. I didn't do that. We'll see. We'll see what happens this way. So then I'm going to cover it with some manure. I don't know. I figure it can't hurt anything. And if it can, I don't know any better. So, and like I've said several times, a lot of this is just simply an experiment for me. I've never done these things before, so we shall see. So that's tomato number 1. I'm going to go around and kind of work on the rest of my tomatoes that way. This tomato is looking pretty good. It has some curled leaves, but not to the degree of the other one. They're both Cherokee purple tomatoes. I only have 2 varieties this year, the Cherokee purple, and then I have some sort of cherry tomato variety. Some other things that I'm going to eventually try are Epsom salt, which I know has magnesium. And then my dad has said a lot about peroxide, but both of those things I need to read up on and make sure that I'm not overdosing, because I don't want to harm my plants. Here are our sprouts. I want to say this is 3 days out. And I think I may have left the top on for too long. I'm not really sure, quite honestly. They're kind of yellow. I'm going to give it a couple of days and see how it does. And then I think we'll be ready to cut them. They're still really moist, but I'm kind of amazed at how good they look.